Hey. Hey! I am going to have to change to a different microphone soon, or put something on it so I can scream till my heart's content without destroying your ears! I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Q&A. It's horrible, I know that. I'm a horrible human being for doing that. Terrible. Please. Hashtag cancel Eric Landon for being so fucking... being a fucking asshole, man. Cheers. Have you noticed that YouTube has gotten a lot worse when it comes to notifying people? It gets worse every time. But immediately when I go live, it's like it doesn't tell anybody. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna let like 1 minute pass, or maybe 2, and I'll send a notification. How about that? Sure, do that. I love you too. What were you ranting before? What do you mean, like, in what do you mean? Before, like 5 seconds ago? Exactly 47 seconds ago? I wasn't ranting, I was just being an asshole. Yelling at the microphone. Yeah, I was just yelling at the microphone. Vitamax, thank you very much. And thank you very much for purchasing my book, The Revenant Army, at Ko-fi.com. K-O... what do you call a fucking thing? Dash? Hash bar? Well, Ko-fi.com. Link in the description. I'll let people know once there's like more people here. Hey, guess what it is today? Today is... request your damn song. Today it's that stream. Let's pin the message because I'm sure everybody's gonna see it. Okay, so yeah, today is gonna be one of those. You wanna hear a specific song from a specific video game, preferably with no lyrics, no openings, no ending themes, no Final Fantasy, or there's a lot of restrictions, right? AFM27. Blaze Blue. Okay, you got here first, man, so that's gonna be the first song. We were listening to Majin Tensei, by the way. What kind of name is that, man? I'm gonna have to like copy and paste. Cause what the fuck? This is from TuneCore Japan, dude. That means I can't play it. Nothing. I guess I should say that instead of saying no music from Final Fantasy, Dragon. Well, no. I should say no music from Nextone or TuneCore. Not that you know what those companies are, but they are the most evil motherfuckers ever in the history of YouTube. Oh, and Universal Music Group. The holy trinity of fucking evil. Nextone, TuneCore, and Universal Music Group. Those three. The most evil motherfuckers on the planet. So I'm just gonna play, sorry, Sora. Yeah, damn it, TuneCore, exactly, I agree. Fuck those guys. They aren't that bad, you know. Out of the 3 most evil bitches, you know, the TuneCore is probably the least evil, but they're still fucking evil. Ninja Gaiden NES level 4 too. Alright, here you go. It's from Ninja Gaiden original game on the NES. Start! There you go. Can you guys hear that? Oh, this is the... I click on the actual levels, not the music. That's why you were hearing some sound effects. Oh, man. There you go. That's the music. No sound effects. Amazing soundtrack. What is a good tablet for gaming? I have no idea, man. I've never owned a tablet. My mom has one, you know, but I don't have a tablet. I've never had one. I have no idea. I can't help you there. Maybe somebody else in the chat can answer that question. That's an interesting question, you know. What's a good tablet for gaming? Eclusian Dance from East 8 next. That's gonna be next. Eclusian Dance. What is this, man? Are you sure you typed the name correctly? I guess it is. Eclusian Dance. So that's gonna be next after Ninja Gaiden. And then we'll play Ast Libra Revision. Okay. Are Digimon OST restricted by YouTube? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. For example, I can use all the music I want from the PS1 games and from Digimon Survive. I know that for a fact. But just tell me the name of your song you want me to play and I'll see. I'll let you know. Over Dell Cemetery, Digimon World. Okay, so that's gonna be after Ast Libra, which is gonna be after East 8, which is gonna be after Ninja Gaiden. I watched a movie last night. I need to talk about it because I can't fucking believe how people can change throughout the years and how 30 years ago you were this kind of person and 30 years later you were like the exact opposite. Unbelievable, right? I watched a movie called Sling Blade for the first time. I didn't know the movie existed. This is a movie from 1996. Written and directed and acted by Billy Bob Thornton, which is an actor that I like and that I respect because he is one of the very, very few no bullshit actors in Hollywood. No activism. He's just an actor. He's an artist, a writer, director, but not an activist. And then, you know, he makes this fucking movie 30 years ago. So Billy Bob Thornton is the protagonist of Landman. The first season came out last year. The second season has been playing for a while. Episode 2 of the second season is out today, I believe. I'm not being sponsored. Imagine Paramount Plus and or Taylor Sheridan sponsoring me. I would be fucking rich, man. So, if you watch Landman, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say it's an anti-woke show, but pretty close, you know? Or kind of like a fuck you. Which, you know, kind of focuses on capitalism and rednecks and all the things wokies left hate. But then Sling Blade was written and directed by Billy Bob Thornton and acted by him. He's the protagonist from 1996. I watched the short film a few days ago. It's a short film, and then it got turned into a movie. So I watched the short film, amazing short film from a few days ago. You know, I watched it. Came out in 1995, I believe. And the next year, 96, they made it into a movie, Sling Blade. And it's basically a left-wing movie. You got this, I'll be quick because I know most of you couldn't give two fucks about it, you know, but I need to get it off my chest how incredible it is that Billy Bob Thornton was pretty much a hardcore lefty motherfucker in the mid-90s, and nowadays he's the exact opposite, you know. And it's interesting, you know, because I've seen it happen to other celebrities and public figures and even YouTubers who used to be like, you know, very lefty, you know, and nowadays they're like anti-lefty, you know, it's weird. And I don't exactly relate to that, but I feel like I've gone through something slightly similar. Like I've never been lefty or righty or, you know, conservative, liberal, whatever. I've never been anything of the sort, but I've had some ideologies in the past that may align with either, with both, you know. Sometimes I agree with some things back then, sometimes I agreed with others, you know. So it's kind of interesting how you can your views can change so drastically after something extreme happens, like what's happened in the past 5-6 years or so. And so yeah, if you go and watch Sling Blade, it's a great performance by Billy Bob Thornton, but it's a really uncomfortable movie to watch nowadays. Back then it used to be, I mean, had I watched this movie back in the day or in the 2000s, I would have loved it, you know. But nowadays, he's like, you watch it and he's like, dude, what the fuck? Billy Bob Thornton made this fucking movie about a retard, you know, who comes to terms with him being a retard and then not taking any more bullshit from people who call him names. And then you got this, he makes friends with this kid, and his mom, she's like the abused mom, you know, and a weak mom, and she can't defend herself, and she's doing... You know, she's the victim, right? And the boyfriend, she's got a boyfriend because the kid's dad died a long time ago, you know? So she's got this new boyfriend who is a fucking extreme right-wing redneck and alcoholic and beats, you know, he's violent, he yells at them and he's an asshole, you know? But then her mom's, his mom's best friend, the kid's mom's best friend, you know, is this gay guy who says stuff... in a couple of scenes, he's like raising awareness for gay people and how much of a victim they are. He's like, what? Billy Bob Thornton, the guy from Landman, wrote this 30 years ago and turned it into a movie? What? And now he's doing Landman? Like, what the fuck, man? I just watched him at Joe Rogan like a few days ago, you know, saying, hey, actors shouldn't do activism, you know, we don't need this bullshit, you know, he has this, like, no bullshit attitude, he's on our side, you know, he's, like, tired of the bullshit, and 30 years ago, he fucking makes this movie. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Let's play Eclusia Dance from East 8, as per request of, someone. Oh, wait a second. Is this... This sounds like a remix of the original Overworld theme from Yuzo Kojiro, from the original Ys game. Interesting. Alright, there you go, Eclusion. Anyway, I needed to get that off my chest, people. And it doesn't have to be about Billy Bob Thornton. You could apply this experience to anybody nowadays. Because I remember... not that long ago, what was like a year or two ago, you know, somebody reached out and called me a hypocrite. And I was like, why? Well, you know, you've been praising 13 you were praising 13 Sentinels and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and blah blah blah, you know, and I was like, well, yeah. First and foremost, because I didn't even know what non-binary meant. I didn't even know what kind of shit was that, you know. And when you play 13 Sentinels in English, you don't really notice, you just see this cross-dressing character talking about binaries, but he never really comes out and says, you know, I'm a non-binary, please call me they, them. He never says that, you know, but you need to, like, really pay attention and be on the loop to understand. And it took me a few years to understand that, and all I've been doing for the past few years is trashing the localization, right? But I didn't do that at first because I didn't notice, you know? It's not like Billy Bob Thornton didn't notice 30 years ago, you know? But nowadays, it's like, you have to notice, you know, it's almost impossible not to notice. And it pisses me off how some people just ask me every now and then, you know, what's woke about this game? You know, and sometimes it's fucking obvious, like somebody just talk about Dragon Age Veilguard. I mean, you gotta be a fucking imbecile. A fucking loser, stupid ass motherfucker living under a fucking rock not to know about that game. But for people who don't know about 13 Sentinels, I can't really blame them, you know. Because after all, I didn't know back then. I didn't notice. Same with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. There's this character, you know, and there's only one occasion when they call this character they, but I just didn't notice. Because it's not a political stance. It's not like the character goes out and says, you know, this propaganda, you know, this agenda things, you know, no. It's just a character that looks very androgynous, and I was like, oh, this... I'm used to that, you know, I'm used to seeing these types of characters in fucking anime and JRPGs in the fucking 80s, you know, so I'm used to characters like that. I'm like, it's just another fucking androgynous piece of shit character I don't care about. Juniper, I think, the character's name is, you know, Juniper, Junie, whatever, you know, fuck. You know, and I didn't know, and lo and behold, and I played the game and I fucking loved it and I praised it, you know, and I called it a masterpiece and I recommended the shit out of them, and now, when I found out about all the shit that I didn't notice, all the censorship, all the altered localization, like, I know I should have done a better job, you know, but back then I wasn't paying that much attention to that. Now I do. Nowadays I do. I've been paying attention for at least 2.5 years, maybe 3, you know. And I got tired of the bullshit, just like Billy Bob Thornton did. So that's why I brought up that example. I know you guys couldn't give a fuck about Sling Blade or Billy Bob, you know, but I needed to use him as an example on what's going on today, how a lot of people were either woke or quiet or ignorant like me, and then all of a sudden, you know, all the bullshit happened and they kind of woke up. Maybe we are the true woke. We opened our eyes, you know, and we started noticing things, and we were like, oh my god, I can't believe I recommended this fucking game, or never said anything during the review about its awful localization, you know. And nowadays we're like really aware of that, you know, and trash it. So yeah, what's the next song? Ast Libra Revision. I don't even know what that is, you know, Libra Revision. And what's the name of the song? Enter Velocity. Alright. What is this? Oh, wait a second, I know, I've seen this game. I've never played it, but I've seen this game. Okay, so this is Enter Velocity from a game called Ast Libra Revision. Composed by Shimajiro. Okay, is this an RPG? I've seen this game before, I just never paid attention to it. Oh, it's a game from the developer of Crosscode. Well, I have mixed feelings about Crosscode, you guys know that. That's an indie game that looked awesome, and everything is awesome about that game, but it's completely ruined 100% by the puzzles. There's way too many puzzles, you know, I've talked about it a lot. No, that's wrong. I've only covered the game like once or twice, you know. Maybe I should talk about it again. How's it going, Vitamax? Thanks a bunch for the donation. For the super chat. Alright, so, what's gonna be after this song? I hope you're still watching, who requested this song? Neo Genesis? Hope you're still watching, man. I finally got to your song. Next is gonna be Digimon, over Digimon World over Dell Cemetery. Alright. And then Kuro no Kiseki Hard Desperation. Kuro. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not playing anything from that shit. Didn't you just hear me ranting about that? Fuck you, Donsk. You asked in your Twitch stream for beat 'em up NES to play. I highly recommend River City Ransom and Mighty Final Fight. What makes you think I don't know those games? Who do you think you're talking to? What the fuck, man? I know those games very well. And they're fine. I'm not really a big fan of NES beat 'em ups. I think they feel a bit primitive. I respect them a lot. You know, I just don't have that much fun playing them. I don't like Double Dragon either. When it comes to beat 'em ups, give me 16-bit beat 'em ups, man. Those I fucking love, but 8-bit beat 'em ups, I don't have a lot of patience, you know, because you don't have that many combos, you just have one shitty attack, you know, it's like, I don't know. I like Double Dragon, don't take me wrong, but at the same time, I don't like it. And that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. What do you think of Thousand Arms? Well, I think it's a good game. I think it has some issues, you know, it's not perfect, but I think it's a really good game. It takes influence from Sakura Wars. There's a dating sim. There's an really interesting, unique battle system, which is turn-based. I've covered the game before. I haven't talked about it in a while. I remember The last time I talked about it was during a live stream here on YouTube. I think I played it on January, if I'm not mistaken, a long time ago, right? Almost a year ago. I'll try covering it again. I haven't talked about it in a while. You can't hear the music? Can you guys hear the... Can you guys hear the music? Maybe turn up the volume, Neo Genesis. I don't know. Or maybe the song that I was playing was too low for you. I don't know. The music is fine. Anyway, I'm a little behind on some of your questions. I hope the people who ask those questions are still watching. Fuck. So what's the next song? The Digimon whatever, right? Digimon World over Dell Cemetery, right? Alright. Here you go. No copyright, apparently. There we go. Over Dell Cemetery from Digimon. So, Bell of Battle Bravely Default. Okay, that's gonna be next. Is Silent Hill your cup of tea? Or is it overrated? Nowadays it's very overrated, but Silent Hill back when it came out was my cup of tea. I'm a huge fan of the first game. But then for some reason I lost track, you know, I played the second game, I never beat it. Because the first game I beat it like 5 times, probably 4 or 5 times, I got most of the endings, you know. Beat the shit out of that game. But the second one I never beat it because by the time I played it, I was already a JRPG addict. What you see today. And I kinda started focusing more and more into JRPGs and I never went back to the original Silent Hill 2. Same with 3, and then I lost track, you know, I never really liked The Room, which is Silent Hill 4. And I play a little bit of the others, Origins, you know, Downpour, the one on the PS Vita, which has RPG elements. And I decided, after playing a little bit of those games, I decided that I was no longer a Silent Hill fan, but I'll always love the original. So glad that CD Romance is back. Okay. They never left, they just changed the name temporarily to Retro Game Talk. And now I know that they changed it back to CD Romance a few weeks ago, you know, but it never left. Yes, I do watch Joe Rogan, but only like 1 out of 10 episodes. Like, he often invites a lot of people that I've never heard about, and I don't even care for, you know? I'm not really a big fan of Joe Rogan, but I have watched several interviews he's done in the past. From beginning to end. Well, I always end up like fast-forwarding when they start talking about bullshit like jiu-jitsu, you know, or smoking or stuff that I don't care about, you know, but I do watch Joe Rogan occasionally. Will you remake your older videos with your 2025 self, as well as talking more about some games in those top lists? Okay. I would love to remake some of my older videos. I have done it in the past. It's just really rare. I'd rather just re-record from the original script, a clip or two, or grab a clip or two. I've done that, you guys have probably noticed, you know, or just simply re-upload the video, you know, but I have remade some of my old videos in the past, but probably like only, not even 10, you know. I would love to remake some of them, but right now I don't get a lot of views anymore. So if I remake a video that had in 2019 or 2018 that has like 50,000 views, right nowadays it's gonna get like 10,000 views or 15,000 views tops at most, you know. So I don't really see the point. As for your other question about talking more about some games on those top lists, I have actually done that, you know. There's a lot of JRPGs that I covered in my first top 10s from way back in the day, and I've reviewed them again and again, you know. I always come back to those. You know, for example, you know, I just did a video called Top 10 Retro Hidden JRPG Gems. And in that video, I covered Paladin's Quest, for example. a game that I hadn't talked about in years, in a long time, Probably when I last talked about it, I didn't talk much about it, but now in this video I talked a little bit more, so there's an example, so I don't think you have to worry about your second question. Maybe you need to pay more attention. I have covered and talked more about a lot of JRPGs that I covered in those videos, but remaking them with my 2025 self, I would love to, but I don't think most people will be interested in watching them. Because I did most of those videos when nobody else was making them. Nowadays, those types of videos could be considered as generic, but back then they were not exactly 100% original, but they were like, there were only like one or two guys making them, and I was one of them, and nowadays everybody and their mom makes them, so I put out a video like that. People are gonna be like, what, this? Again? Best this, best that? Hidden gems this? So, yeah, I don't think I will, but... So what's the next song? From Bravely? Bell of Battle? Bell of Battle, Bravely Default. Okay, so this is fine. There you go. It's the regular battle theme. Today is a request your song stream, guys. Tecmo World Wrestling Match Theme 01. Holy shit. And you asked that like 20 minutes ago. Sorry, Vitamax. Vitamax. I'm just gonna call you Max. Tecmo World Wrestling Match. Wrestling Match. Jesus. Theme 01. Okay, that's gonna be next. After Bravely Default. Jesus Christ, people, I'm sorry, I'm so behind some of your questions. Heaven from Persona. I can't play anything from Persona. Copyright. Your favorite beat 'em up is Dynamite Cop on Dreamcast. That's an amazing beat 'em up. I love it. Come to Japan to buy a lot of games. I would love to, man, but it's really expensive to go to Japan. I'm in Mexico. I'm on the other side of the world. It's gonna cost me like probably 2 or 3 grand to go there. I don't make that much money anymore, man. I'd love to go to Japan. Isn't everybody's dream to go to Japan? I'd love to, man, but I don't think I can. There's no money, too expensive. Did you see your favorite Tales game getting a remaster? Yes, I did! And it will retain the stupid silly censorship from before. The kid dying at the beginning. And now it's gonna be censored in worldwide. Because the original version of Tales of Berseria was not censored in Japan. And when they localized it, they censored that one scene with Laphicet getting killed at the beginning, you know? And now this version, this new remaster is going to retain that censorship, and not only that, also the Japanese version will have the same censorship. It's fucking Namco, man. Oh, good old Namco. We love Namco, one of the stupidest fucking companies in the world nowadays. Are you interested on trying Tormented Souls 2? I already did. I already talked about it. It was in a live stream. I haven't played it live. I played the demo. I fucking love the demo. Amazing demo. So, yeah, I'm very interested. Okay, so here's Tecmo World Wrestling NES music. There you go. Alright, so, yeah, Tormented Souls 2, the demo was fucking amazing. I strongly recommend you guys trying it. So you just finished Shin Megami Tensei 5 a few days ago. That's a really hard game. Shin Megami Tensei 4 is a bit harder, that's right. Is that considered bad? I thought 10,000 views are good. Listen, man, 10,000 views for me nowadays is fucking good. It is. But will you remake a video with 50,000 views into a 10,000 views video? Will you do that? Just saying. Define JRPG. I have no idea what that is, man. I don't even know what it means anymore. Nobody knows what that means anymore. I'm not gonna play anything from those games. Best to worst Chemco JRPG list? Come on, man. There's like 50 Chemco JRPGs. What makes you think I've played them all? I never truly appreciated Bravely Default. Makes me fall asleep in 1 hour. Am I too old to play Bravely Default? That's so fucking ironic considering that's a game aimed at old people. I don't think it's a matter of you being old or not. I don't disagree with you, you know, I found the game boring also. I don't think it's bad. It's a beautiful game in terms of graphics and design, you know, but it's just too... The story's too generic and the gameplay's too simple, you know. And then it makes you, once you get to a certain point, it makes you... There's like a loop, and you gotta beat certain dungeons again, you gotta repeat the whole thing again, you know, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of Bravely Default. I still gave it an 8 out of 10 in my blog out of respect, because I respect the game, but I find it boring, you know, I think it's overrated. But I still respect it. Wandering Ghosts from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Alright. I can't play these, man. It has copyright. Owned, provided to YouTube by Right Scale. It has its long-ass Japanese name, and it sounds right below here. Music. Castlevania Sound Team. Original game soundtrack selection. This symbol right here in the description. That's when you know something has copyright. Sorry, dude. It's weird because I have played some Symphony of the Night songs before. Symphony of the Night, apparently the soundtrack is kind of similar to the one in Final Fantasy IX. I can play some Final Fantasy IX songs, but not others. Don't ask me, man. Fucking YouTube and fucking companies. You lived in Japan for 5 years as a welder for your company. No lie, Japan is so overrated. I would love to visit Japan, man. I never said I would love to live there. I just want to go there. Visit maybe a few weeks and that's it. No, I don't think it's a good idea, Eka. Merger in game world, like merging companies Square, Enix, Koei, Tecmo, Bandai, Namco. I was never a fan of that. Once a company merges with another one, they become this corporate giant and they start fucking up again, and they stop caring about their fans, you know? So, no. You visited Japan last December. You got a bunch of retro games. You bought Fire Emblem 3. Oh, the original Mystery of the Emblem, you know. That's a great game. That the remake on the Nintendo DS, amazing. We never got it, but it's been fan translated for a while. It's pretty good. What, Nights in the Nightmare? What about Nights in the Nightmare? Nights in the Nightmare. What song do you want me to play? I probably missed it. I don't think Bravely Default is a bad game, you know. It's just not for me. I've nothing against it, you know. I don't... Have you ever seen me ranting about it? Well, I did do a video called Top 10 Most Overrated JRPGs like in 2017 that pissed the shit out of people back then. I had to turn off the comments because holy shit. That was the beginning of Snowflake YouTube, you know? Just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. I know nowadays we're deep into the abyss. A class with the Imperial Princess from Night in the Nightmare. Here you go. Monolith Soft is goated. Do you agree? Not anymore. They've gone woke. So no. They used to be, not anymore. Are they putting Bravely Default 1 on Steam at some point? You mean the remake or remaster or where the fuck it is? I have no idea. I don't keep up with new games anymore. I never would have found out about the Tales of Berseria remaster until hadn't had somebody in my Patreon chat didn't tell me about it. I have no idea, man. I don't really care. Besides wokeism in JRPGs, why do you think people in their 30s and 40s care less about new JRPGs? I think that's a generational thing. It always happens, you know. It's companies always try to do new games, most of them, for the newer generations, and they stop caring at some point about their old fans who made them rich and millionaire. So instead of making games for their original fans, they start making games for new fans to attract new fans. And obviously, as a result, they start disappointing their old fans. So I think it's a generational thing. It happens also in music, in movies, in shows, in books, everything, you know. The older we get, the more we stop caring about new stuff. It's a natural thing. Are you more of a fantasy or sci-fi when it comes to JRPGs? I have received that question before. People have asked me that before, and I always say the same thing. I have no preference, man. I could appreciate one just as much as the other, you know? I don't lean to either. I like both equally. Square is totally depending on their old games. Well, that's exactly what they're doing, you know, right now, remastering and remaking everything. But they are remastering and remaking them for newer audiences who are fucking snowflakes, you know, who get offended by everything. So I don't care about those games. So they aren't like catering to their old. They don't give a fuck about their old fans who never gave two fucks about censorship. You know, we didn't care for that before. That came out wrong. I think you guys know what I mean, but that came out wrong. But you know what I mean. You know, their new games are like remakes and remasters are censored and politicized. You know, so they aren't really for people like me anymore. Yeah, well, that's Bandai Namco for you. Instead of remastering their old games, they remaster their new games because that's how fucking smart they are. Do I think the Suikoden 2 anime is going to be great? I don't know. The Castlevania animation wasn't done by Konami, and it's fucking garbage. The first seasons were kind of okay-ish, you know, but then the Castlevania anime is a downward spiral, you know. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I stopped watching after season 3. Season 3 came out, and I watched it, and I was like, no, this is going into a really politicized direction. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Suikoden 2 anime. We'll see. Will we live to see mobile games completely overthrow console and PC gaming? No, I don't think so. Mobile games have been trying to do that for the past 15 years, probably more. There's been mobile games for, since 2008 or 7, probably before that. And no, PC gaming is peak nowadays, so I don't think so. I don't think phones are going to take over. They're a billionaire industry though, super rich, you know, but there's like a lot of money to be made still from consoles and PC gaming, you know, so I don't think so. You heard too much negativity. Does anybody have a song they want to hear? Today's a request your song stream. There are some restrictions, you know. I'll let you know if I can't play something you request, but let me know. Well, nobody's requesting anything, Sora, so shoot. What comment did you do? Motherfucker, I didn't read your comment before you deleted it. You got lucky there, because I usually do read everything. And when they delete their comments, I'm like, I read that. Too late. What do you think about Steam Machine that they announced a few weeks ago? I don't even know what that is. Valestein Castle from E3. The original or the remake? I'm gonna play the PC Engine version. Hey, Lord Kobe. So now that I finally have my average amount of viewers watching, which is 50, just real quick. Over the past several years, you know, I've seen very few people, thankfully, not a lot, just very few, you know, but I assume that some people feel the same way, they just don't say anything. But for those of you who don't want to support me on Patreon or here on YouTube, because YouTube keeps 30% of every donation, I have set up a Ko-fi page. You know, it's no attachments, no strings attached for this website. It's called Ko-fi, and you can do just the exact same thing you do here on YouTube. Do a super chat, you can do it there, and I get most of it, you know, because if you donate, say, $10 here on YouTube, I only get $7. YouTube keeps $3. But if you donate $10 on Ko-fi, I get most of it. I get like 9.5, you know, because they only keep like 0.5% of every donation. So I'm gonna link you guys. You can find a link in the description, and I'm gonna put it here in the chat right now. Just a different way to support me, you know. There's Patreon, there's YouTube, there's Twitch subscriptions, there's PayPal donations, you know. You can buy my books on Amazon. You can also now buy my books only digital for now. No physical editions, but only digital. You can buy them on Ko-fi as well. Right now, there's only The Revenant Army, which is a book inspired by Suikoden and Fire Emblem. More like influenced. You know, not really inspired by. Influenced. The story is original 100%. Has nothing to do with Suikoden or Fire Emblem, you know. It just takes influence, you know, from them. You know, The Revenant Army. You can buy it for $2. Digital, you'll get a PDF file, and because if you buy it on Amazon, yeah, the advantage is that you get it on an ebook format, you know, which is probably easier to read, but you pay like $3 plus taxes, and on Ko-fi you can get it for like $2, you know. And I'll be adding all of my books in English as soon as I can to Ko-fi, so you can buy them for cheaper. So like I say, and the minimum amount that you can donate on Ko-fi is like $1. So if you want to go and donate $1 right now, and that's it, no strings attached, because on Patreon, you gotta join. They ask for a lot of personal information. It's a compromise. It's gonna be on a monthly basis. I know, I get it, you know, some people don't want to do that. But on Ko-fi, it's like, here's $1 and that's it. You can do that on Ko-fi. I know most of you don't know the website and you may not trust it, you know, but it's a good website. You can trust it, don't worry. There's no shenanigans in it. So yeah, there's another option for you guys to give me your hard-earned money. Yeah, no bullshit. I'm saying it like it is. You want to give me your hard-earned money? So I can spend it on more whiskey, transparent whiskey, which is a bizarre and weird whiskey from exclusive for Mexico. You know, and I can buy it, you know, for my drugs and hookers, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, you can now use coffee for that, to give me your hard-earned money. So I can spend it on whatever. Do you like the Octopath games or Triangle Strategy? No, man, I've never heard about them. So next song. Did I miss a song? Oh, the battle theme 2 from Tales of Vesperia. Okay. Battle theme 2. So not Fury Sparks. So is it Burning Fighting Spirit? This is the second battle. Alright, there you go. There you go. Tales of Vesperia. Alright. Didn't they remaster that a few years ago? Wait, be patient, they're going to remaster it again. For PS5 and Switch 2 this time. We got it on PS4 and Switch a few years ago. Now it's time to remaster it again for Switch 2 and PS5 because that's what Bandai Namco fans want. They don't care about Tales of Fantasia, Destiny, Rebirth. Fuck those games, right? Who fucking the Abyss, you know, Legendia, who the fuck cares? You know, let's just remaster the new games again. Yeah. We love you, Namco! Fucking morons. I've never done an East tier list. I don't feel like I need to. Maybe I will, maybe nowadays, you know, because a long time ago, what was like in 2019, I believe, I did a East games from ranked from worst to best. I just released one for Grow Lancer, which is the latest episode. There's a playlist if you want to see which JRPG franchises or series I've ranked from worst to best. You can watch it. You can go to my playlist section, go to my channel and click on playlist, and you see ranked from worst to best. You know, this Grow Lancer video is special. It's different from the others because I also included everything. You know, the chronology, where to start in the series. What's the easiest one, what's the hardest one, what's the shortest one, what's the longest one, and of course what's the best in the series, you know. So it's a definitive video of Grow Lancer, you know. But a long time ago I did one for East games from worst to best, but that was before East 9 and 10 ever existed, you know. So I'm not gonna remake that video. I think it's pointless, especially because the video has 100 and whatever thousand views. Like a lot of people clicked on the video for some reason, are still clicking on it, you know. It's a really successful video that I did many years ago. So I don't think there's any point in remaking it. But a tier list wouldn't be a bad idea, you know. Yeah, I'll think about it, you know. I haven't done a tier list in a long time, probably because there's way too many people making tier lists nowadays that it's become overrated and a lot of people don't like it, you know. But since I don't have any plans on remaking that video, wouldn't be a bad idea, you know, to do a tier list instead and include East 9 and 10. We'll see what happens. Or maybe I'll just wait for the next East game that I'm not gonna play because fuck Falcom nowadays. Oh, before you ask, because I know you're gonna ask, why? What did Falcom do? What's wrong with Falcom? Well, they are self-censoring their own games for the sake of woke and political agendas, and they take ESG money from evil companies like BlackRock. That's what's wrong with Falcom. So yeah, fuck Falcom. Fuck the video game industry. Please play Incarnation of Devil from Valkyrie Profile. Alright. I got the Star Ocean here. Wait a second, man. This is owned by Nextstone. I'm gonna go with the Valkyrie Profile version of it. Yeah. here. There you go. That's the Valkyrie profile version. So yeah, go to Ko-fi. Ko-fi.com. Did I put the link? I did, right? Go to Ko-fi.com and give me your money. Give me your tips. That wouldn't be a remaster, Audrey. That would be a remake. We need a Tales of Arise remake. It's too old. I couldn't agree more. Remaster everything that came out in the past 2-3 years, man. Hey, it's been 4 years since Tales of Arise. It's old, man. We need to remaster that. Tales of Arise Definitive Edition. Royal Edition. We need that. And people are gonna buy it. Because... that last long play about hidden gems is great. Oh, yeah, the one from last week. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I had a blast. Some interesting JRPGs in there. Glad you enjoyed it. What's the easiest game? Well, my man, I have a video called precisely that. And with that style. It's called Ease games rank from easiest to hardest. Look it up. I did the video. Love that Alice Madness Returns poster behind you. It's a crime there was never a sequel to that game. Yeah. People can only distinguish, because I have such a bad webcam for these live streams, people only distinguish Alice. They can't even tell who are the other characters. The one in the middle is too dark to see, you know, I know. That's Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil GameCube remake. And the blue-haired girl in the corner, that's my main character from my book called Terra Gaiden. Link to my books in the description. Blue Revolver OST, Aerolith Aurora Blast. Dude, there's like a million versions of this game. Okay, it's a long song, so I'll only play a little bit of it. Or I'll play until somebody else requests a different song. Oh yeah, Devils Never Cry Project Cross Zone version. Sure. Devils Never Cry. Alright, that's gonna be next. Hopefully it won't have any copyright. You know, most of the soundtrack from Project has no copyright. But I remember getting one claim a long time ago from the Sakura Wars theme. Hopefully it'll be fine. We'll see after Blue Revolver ends. The song from Blue Revolver. You want to play the Vanillaware on PC? Well, you're lucky, man, because if they ever port 13 Sentinels to PC, you know Spanish, you speak Spanish, don't, so you can play in Spanish, and there's no censorship in the Spanish translation, only in the English one. High five! We are the lucky ones who understand Spanish and can play the non-politicized version of 13 Sentinels. Could you play Ruins of Mondoria from East Book 1 and 2 instead? Hopefully it isn't copyright. No, I can play it, don't worry. This techno music, man. Pretty cool. Have you talked about Live Alive? Yeah, I did in a video called 10 JRPGs you didn't know were censored. I covered the original a long time ago. It's been a long time, but I've covered the remake maybe a couple of times only, you know. So watch the video. It's a censorship video. YouTube probably doesn't want you to watch. YouTube apparently had no problem with my top 10 most offensive JRPGs ever video, which is a bit viral nowadays. Last I checked, it had like fucking 84,000 views, which is super rare. I haven't seen that number in like 2 years, you know. It got out of their algorithm, but the 10 JRPGs you didn't know were censored. It didn't do that very well. You know, it did well, but not that much compared to the offensive one. Because YouTube, you know, it's offensive. YouTube doesn't want you to know which games are censored. Because companies pay YouTube to shadow ban those videos, you know. It's like, yeah, I don't want these YouTubers saying that my game has this and that, you know. You want to see me playing Monarch on stream? I did! Dude, at least the first couple of hours, you know. There's not... The thing about Monarch is that it doesn't get stupid until at least 10 or 15 hours into it, you know. The first bunch of hours are fine. It's a good game. I loved it, you know, until I got to that part. Until I started hating it. I have a love-hate relationship with Monarch. So there's a live stream of the first couple of hours of Monarch that I did 3-4 years ago. Look it up, it's in the playlist. I bet you never played Inuyasha on PS2. I did play it. A little bit. I did a tier list video on PS2 JRPGs many years ago, which is one of my most successful videos ever. I had to play every JRPG from PS2 released in North America, including Inuyasha. It was boring. It's not a great game. It wasn't bad, you know. But my opinion is only based on like the first hour of the game. I thought it was like There's also another Inuyasha turn-based JRPG on the Nintendo DS. Something about a cursed mask. Or is a Cursed Mask one on PS2? I don't even know the subtitle, you know, but there's 2 turn-based JRPGs based on Inuyasha, and we did get them. And they're both like meh. The difficulty curve is insane. In what? In Monarch or in Inuyasha? So when are you going to talk about Little Town Hero? Someday. I don't even know what that is, but someday. There we go. Project Cross Zone. Oh, the difficulty curve is insane in Monarch? Yeah, it is. It's incredible. Makes Resonance of Fate look like a joke, and I'm not kidding. I don't really care for the Earthbound series. I'm not a DMC3 fan. Somebody requested me to play this song, and it's from Project Cross. So it's the version from Project Cross Zone. I don't like Devil May Cry, you know. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. I don't like the main character. I've never been a fan of DMC. Everything needs a remaster. Yeah, sure. Everything. Completely censored and altered for woke audiences. Everything. Please. Do that. Because who's gonna make games for them? Nobody wants to make games for them. They're fucking stupid, you know, so here's a remaster. Dante's Inferno? That I'm a big fan of. That's a great fucking game. 3DS has a pretty large library of dungeon crawlers, and the majority of them are made by Atlus. You mean the Etrian Odyssey games and the Persona Q games? The PS Vita has way more dungeon crawlers. But yeah, there's a lot on the 3DS. You are correct. DMC's Pure Peak game. Okay. Tracia on Genesis is also Peak Pure game. Trust me, it has my seal, my own personal seal of quality approval. Lunar Dragon Song, ever heard that? Amazing masterpiece. But nothing beats Virtual Highlight on the Sega Saturn. Nothing can top that. Not even Devil May Cry. Was there another... Was there somebody else who requested a song? Oh yeah, Ruins of Mondoria from East Book 1 and 2. East Book 1 and 2. Which version do you want, Scott? There's like a million versions of that. Let me know which version before I play it. PC Engine, Sega Saturn, Nintendo DS. What controller do you use to play? So, for all the emulation except Switch, I use the PS4 controller, which is my favorite. You know, this is the one most people see me using when I go live. But for Switch games specifically, I use this one, the Switch Pro controller from like several years ago. And that's it, you know. For PS5, I use PS5, the PS5 controller, but only for the PS5. For everything else, I use the Switch or the PS4 controller. The PC Engine version of Ruins of Mondora. Here you go. PS4 is my favorite controller of all time. I love it. Fucking love it. Little Town Hero was developed and published by Game Freak. It's a really hidden gem. Oh, the developers of Pokemon? Wow, I'm such a die-hard Pokemon fan. I'm gonna buy it right now, man. I'm the biggest fucking Pokemon fan. Oh my god. Good night, Tyranno. 2:30 a.m. Jesus, don't you have a life, Thora? What are you doing awake? Go to sleep, man. The PS5 controller is pretty damn good as well. I like it a lot. Nothing beats PS4. PS4 is peak in my opinion. Really, really like it. PS4 controller. I think it's the best PlayStation controller ever. Period. And I think the Switch Pro controller is quite possibly the best. Or at least one of the best controllers from Nintendo. I think I like the Super Nintendo controller better. Or even the GameCube one. But Switch Pro controller is definitely top 3 best Nintendo controllers of all time. And finally, Xbox. I think the 360 controller is great. Or the Xbox One. I don't know. I don't have an Xbox, so I couldn't tell you. The PS4 is 12 years old. Time flies. Yeah. I remember making a video 2 years ago about my PS4 collection when it was a 10th anniversary. I came this close on doing a 25th anniversary of PlayStation 2, you know. This fucking close. A couple of weeks ago. But then I was like, man, I celebrated the 20th anniversary of it in 5 years ago. That's more than enough. And I have showed my PS2 collection lately. I don't really collect retro games anymore. I haven't bought a retro game in a million years, in like 4 years, probably more. I got most of the things that I want, and the ones that I really would like to own and I don't have are the super expensive ones, the ones that are already in the $100 club or more. You know, I've been working on a wish list, you know, for fans. Some fans have asked me for one, you know, and I feel like it's kind of embarrassing to do a wish list, you know. But I have one. I'll have it ready soon. I'm gonna post it on Patreon. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of Switch or PS4 games that I would like to own in my collection. Just nothing released in the past 2 years or so, 3. You know, but I do want some old game. I fucking want Ender Lilies. I need Ender Lilies in my collection. What's wrong with the PS4 version of Trails from Zero? The localization, which is pretty lame, you know? Not as bad as Daybreak, you know? Not as bad as that one. That's insulting, you know? That's something you need to be against. But the Trails from Zero localization is like, it's bad, but it's there. I suggest sticking to the PSP versions, you know? They're free. The translation is better. You can just emulate them whenever you want. And if you got a good emulator, a good PSP emulator, you can upscale them yourself. There's no point in playing the remasters by NIS America, by Peace America. You're waiting for the new Steam controller to drop, right? What's Ender Lily? I don't know. It's just some porn. It's a porn game about this Lily woman who is so endearing. That's why the name Ender. She enders people, you know, has sex with them, and then she kills them. Because in reality, she's this hybrid between a spider and a fucking tarantula, you know, so... Well, she's actually a Black Widow, but in the game, you can change between, you know, a Black Widow or a tarantula or a violin spider, you know. That's your class system in the game, and then you fuck people, you know, and then you kill them, and then you put them on a web, entangle them, and then you devour them, and they give you points the faster you devour them. You gotta start with their heads, you know, and eat them until eventually you eat their genitals, you know. That's when the game goes into burst mode. Masterpiece. Can you shout out my son Cameron John Milani for his birthday? He loves Suikoden too. Awesome, man. Happy birthday. And now play the other Suikoden games. Do yourself a favor. Play all of them. Suikoden, okay? Not Eiyuden. No, Suikoden. Stick to Suikoden. Those are the good ones. All of them. Happy birthday. You say that on every stream, Donsk. Everybody knows that. Everybody's read that already. You don't need to keep bringing that up. We know Daybreak is fucking garbage. Hey, Queen. You didn't like Suikoden Tactics? How dare you? That's the best Suikoden game ever. Masterpiece, 10 out of 10. How? Get the fuck out of my stream, man. Get the fuck. So anybody has another song? The 5 Q&As is more than enough. We only need to read it once. Any songs? If not, I'm gonna play... Oh, let me play something from the... This. From Growlancer. Yeah. It's become one of my favorite town themes ever. I'm gonna play both town themes. Oops! I don't know what I did. I just posted a link to a website, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Now, really, honestly, Suikoden Tactics is a good game. That was the first Suikoden game I ever played. When I picked it up, I didn't know anything about the series. I was like, what is this? Suikoden Tactics? What the fuck is this? You know, and I bought it. And I still have my pirated copy in that box down there. Probably full of spiders by now. I know there's one bitch in there. I can see her. You can't see it, you know, but she's hanging in there. Bitch. Well, she keeps my box out of ants and other bugs, so I keep it alive. You know, but one of these days I'll show you my pirated bootleg JRPG collections. There are some really weird covers. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna love that. Because you're dying to see. Oh my, how exciting! Eric showing his pirated bootleg JRPG collection. It's gonna be a great fucking video. And And the cover is not the cover of Suikoden Tactics. It has a completely random different cover. So I picked it up, took it home, and when I played, I was like, this looks totally different from the cover, you know? And I didn't know anything. So I played the game, and eventually I looked it up, and I was like, oh, Suikoden is a series, and this is the strategy JRPG, a spin-off, and the others are main titles, you know? So eventually I downloaded Suikoden 1 and 2, and I played them, and I became a huge fan. But yeah, I'm very fond of Suikoden Tactics. I think it's a great game, but it's kind of hard to get into, and it's very difficult. But it's good. Are you interested in Tides of Annihilation? No, not really. I don't even know what that is. So, Happy Neighbors from Earthbound. I think all the Earthbound music has copyright, but let's see. Earthbound, Happy Neighbors. Are you sure that's the name of the song? Oh, Friendly Neighbors. Okay. Well, it's just a 30-second song, man. There you go. This is what you wanted? There, you got it. So, who else wanted Awakening the Chaos from BlazBlue? I can't play anything from BlazBlue anymore, apparently. Copyright. When you play Suikoden 4, you have to play Tactics after. It's a ritual. Well, yeah, because those games take place at the same time. You know, Suikoden 4... Suikoden Tactics, the first hour or so, takes place before the events of Suikoden 4. But then, the rest of the game takes place after the events of Suikoden 4. It's kind of confusing, you know. But yeah, it's a good idea to play Suikoden 4 and then Suikoden Tactics next. I mean, if you want to start in chronological order. I did a video called Where to Start in the Suikoden series. I had one for Fire Emblem many years ago. But I deleted the video because nobody watched it. When you play Moon? Have I played Moon? No, never heard of it. The Boy Who Had Wings, specifically from Felghana. Boy Who Had Wings. Felghana. That's the classic theme. We just played the Lacrimosa of Dana version of that song like an hour ago. So have you Black Friday in Mexico? Yes, we do. It's called the Good Weekend. It ended last weekend, though. We had it. I didn't buy anything. I saw Ender Lilies, but it was still a little bit out of my price range, my desired price range, you know. What's Moon? Omori did a good job emulating the Earthbound vibe. I haven't played it. I've seen what's about, and I'm like, I don't want to play that nowadays. Ender Magnolia Symbiosis. I still haven't played Ender Magnolia. You know what happened to me? The ROM didn't work. I downloaded the ROM from like different websites. The Switch ROM didn't work. It freezes at the very beginning. The logo of the publisher shows up. Binary Haze Entertainment. And it freezes. And I downloaded the ROM from 3 different websites. I did some updates. I updated the emulator, Ryujinx. It just doesn't work. And I got frustrated. That was just a few days ago. I really wanted to play the game, Ender Magnolia, you know, but it doesn't work, man. What's the name of the song you want? Symbiosis. It probably has copyright, you know, because it has lyrics, so let me see if I can play it. Are Etrian Odyssey story connected? I don't know. I'm not really a fan. I think Sora here is a big fan. I don't know if he's still here. He can tell you about that. There's a game named To the Moon. Okay. Can you play Rusty? Queen of the... Sure, that's gonna be after Symbiosis. Don't worry, my English isn't very good either. It sounds good, but it's not. It's terrible. Okay, Moon is a JRPG that got ported to Switch. Oh, it's a recent remaster! I just lost all interest. Why emulate it instead of playing the native PC version? Because I have to pay money for it? It isn't free, and emulation is free? What kind of question is that? The ending boss in Felghana was a pain in the ass. That game, that entire game... You know, Felghana is a game that Exceed may have fucked up. I don't know if they increased the difficulty, but it's a game that the North American version is fucking hard even on easy. But if you play the PAL version of the Ode in Felghana, even on normal, it's a walk in the park. I don't know which company fucked up which version. But the North American version is super hard, whereas the PAL version is super easy. I don't know what the fuck happened. So Symbiosis has copyright. I can't play it. I knew it. What's next? Rusty. Queen of the Dark Knight? Queen in the Dark Knight. Queen in the Dark Knight? Queen in the Dark Knight? That's... Oh my, this is a PC 98 game. What is this? Oh, it's a Castlevania clone. Alright, interesting. And it totally sounds like a Castlevania theme. A little bit. Digimon Storytime Stranger. That's a new game. I don't think I'll be able to play anything from that game. You have NES games in chronological order, right? Yeah, it's the video from worst to best that I did many years ago that I was just talking about half an hour ago. I have two videos, you know, where to start in East and East rank from worst to best. The chronological order is in either of those videos. Are you watching any TV shows right now? Yeah, I'm watching the original Law & Order series from 1990. I found it in these websites, you know, and it's a bit of a pain to watch because the subtitles are fucked up. They don't work properly, you know. But I can understand most of what the characters are saying, even with their New Yorker accents. Getting used to them, you know. But yeah, I've been watching for the past couple of weeks the original Law & Order, the very first season ever, 1990, starring George Zunza, Chris Noth, Richard Brooks, Michael Moriarty. Yep. Good show, really good show. I'm a big fan of original Law & Order. The spin-offs, not so much. I like Criminal Intent with Vincent D'Onofrio. Special Victims Unit was fine until it went fucking woke, you know. And but the original Law & Order, that was awesome, and I'm a big fan. I haven't seen any of the new seasons though. Not that I have any interest in watching them, you know. But all the seasons from like 2016 or 15 and below, big fan. And I was also watching some anime shows before that. I watched a few episodes from a bunch and I didn't get invested, to be honest. I watched some Chinese ones that were kind of bad. Only the first few episodes, you know, and I was like, not for me. I was watching this anime by the Inuyasha creator called Mermaid Forest. That one was pretty good, you know. I only watched 2 episodes, but I guess I wasn't in the mood. I'll finish watching it maybe some other time, you know. Flags of Brave Eiyuden Chronicle. Okay. What is the last acceptable mainline FF? For me, 12 Even though it feels like a completely different game, like a Tactics Ogre game. That's the last one for me personally. You should watch The Sopranos. I will. I've never seen The Sopranos. The first Ys game you ever played was Ys 3 on the SNES. Brutal game. Probably the hardest game on the SNES. Do you like or played AI the Somnium Files? Nope. I've heard bad things about them, so... Bad as in political, so I was like, no thanks. Plus, I don't play visual novels anyway. Law and Order is set in the same universe as the X-Files? I didn't know that. It's woke. 100 line. Localization was terrible, no. 100 line. That's Rumiko Takahashi, is the same author as Inuyasha, man. Ark of Napishtim. That's a good game, you know. Probably one of the hardest Ys games, but that's a good game. I have the PSP version of it. How do you feel about AI? With so many people's jobs at risk, do you see it affecting your work as a writer? People who do art, music, or do you see it as a tool to help with art block? Nowadays I feel it's the opposite. I feel like it's affecting, I feel it's a bad thing, and I feel it's gonna ruin a lot of people's lives. I don't have a strong opinion anymore, I used to, but I think it's something inevitable and we're gonna be forced to adapt to it. Because it's happening and it's gonna bring a lot of good things into society, but also a lot of bad things. Hell, it's already brought a lot of good and bad things, you know. Obviously, the worst thing about AI is that a lot of them are extremely controlled and politicized by these fucking corporations, you know. Most of the comments you see, even here in the chat, in YouTube comments on Reddit, Twitter, you know, most of the comments you see are from bots, from AI, you know, trying to keep people divided and with rage bait posting, rage bait comments, you know, and stuff like that. So, right now I feel AI is more bad than good, and it's done way more bad things than good ones, and I think it's gonna continue doing that. Most of the stuff we're gonna get from AI is bad. It's gonna be bad, unfortunately, and it is gonna leave a lot of people without a job and a lot of artists without a job, because companies and corporations, you know, and the government would rather have an AI they can control creating art because they don't have to pay money to it instead of a human being. So yeah, but as a tool, I think a lot of there's some benefit to it, you know. A lot of games we've gotten have been machine translated, like Growlancer. Half of the translation is basically machine translated, AI translated. It's pretty bad, but if it wasn't for that, you know, we will have to keep waiting more and more and more years for it to be completed by a human being. I have used AI to translate my books, but it's a pain in the ass because unlike some of the fan translators out there who don't give a shit, I care and I have to correct almost everything. So it's basically like rewriting the book in English with my own two hands, you know. So it's a pain in the ass, but it's gonna get better. It's all a matter of finding a good AI, non-political, to translate your work, and then you do some edits to it, and that's it, you know. So there's some good things about it, but it's mostly bad. Have you played any of the Blood Omen games? I did play the Soul River one on the PS1. Couldn't really get into it back then. Maybe one day I'll give them a second chance. So any other songs? Some Flags of Brave, a Euden Chronicle. This is the ending theme. I can't play it. Copyright. Unless you pay. Make a donation and I'll play anything with copyright. And it's gotta be a decent donation. Not just $1. Make it $5 at least. I'm only gonna get 3.5 anyway. YouTube keeps 30%. But if you want to support me and give me your money without YouTube taking 30%, go to Coffee or Patreon. Links to those websites in the description, and I'll get most of it. Don't worry. Mermaid Forest is such a dark anime. Oh, I'll definitely finish watching it. Don't worry. I watched the first episodes, and the first one was pretty dark, so I will. Oh, Elon Musk said money won't exist anymore. Isn't that... Elon Musk is weird, man. Sometimes he makes these capitalist remarks, but then he goes full communist with bullshit like that. I don't know what to think of Elon Musk anymore. Sure, I can play a Depeche Mode song. Sure, anytime, man. I can play one Depeche Mode song. Give me $10 in a super chat and I'll gladly play anything. Guns N' Roses, anything. Aerosmith, those are known for blocking the videos, but sure, for $10, actually $7 for me, I'll play anything. Do you watch the YouTube channel The Great Indoors? I don't know. No, man. I don't. Fuck is that? How is Growlancer 6 English patch? Did you play it? I did. Didn't you watch my most recent video from like 2 days ago? Play the Dog Village theme from Suikoden 3. Ducks everywhere. Some Alice Madness Returns OST. Okay, that's gonna be next. You use AI to learn foreign languages and it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, not everything is bad. Most AI things are bad nowadays, but there's some that are good. That's a good example of something good. I can't play anything final battles, final boss themes, I still want to do that video. There's no funding for it. Top 50 best final boss themes, JRPGs. But a lot of the songs have copyright, Best written escort story, Final Fantasy X or I Am Setsuna. Well, I guess I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy X. I like I Am Setsuna a bit more than Final Fantasy X, but Final Fantasy X came up with it first, and Setsuna kinda ripped it off, so... There's your answer. Have you watched or no? Nope. A Classic Game Room? Wait a second. Yes, I know that. That's a really old channel. I think the guy... No, wait a second. I may be confusing the channel with something else. I think I'm confusing it with CGR Undertow, which is... CGR is Classic Game Room. Are they the same? Doesn't the guy... Last I checked, the guy does 24-hour live streams, repeating a lot of his videos. Right? Is that the one you're asking me about? Arc the Laugh. I'm not really a fan of Vagrant Story. I don't like the game. I've tried several times. Last try was earlier this year, live here on YouTube. And at the end I was like, you know what? No, not for me. Arc the Laugh, though, I'm a big fan. Of the first 4 games. Let's just pretend Arc the Laugh End of Darkness does not exist. Oh, that's him? Okay, then I do know the channel. The dude with a deep bass voice? Okay, yeah. Undertow is the B team? I don't know much about him, but I know, I've seen some videos, I mean, come on, it's a legendary channel. One of the first gaming channels ever. Who doesn't know that? What, you wanted anything from, like, Alice Madness Returns, right? Let's play something without... Not the main theme. How about we play... Jade. Ah, fuck. Now all the soundtrack has copyright. Really? Composed by Jason Tai. Fuck you, Jason Tai. Can't play anything. What's the worst arc of the lab game? 5. Alright, so I'm just gonna play Grown Lancer. Are we still talking about that guy? Classic Game Room? Yeah, cool guy. Cool guy. I don't know him personally, you know. Have you watched Ultraman or Kamen Rider? No, I know them, of course. They're pretty dark, but I've never seen them. Good for you, Greystone. No one gives shit. Truckstone from Sega Genesis. Truckstone! That's a shoot 'em up, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? You hate yourself. Don't hate yourself, man. You gotta love yourself. You gotta be in peace with yourself. I have a video on Dreamcast JRPGs. Can we... a song from Power Stone? Power Stone, the fighting game? I think we can, sure. Power Stone. What do you want from Power Stone? Langrisser 1 and 2 remake, Path of the Wind. That's gonna be next. Okay. What? You have 5 seconds to decide which song from Power Stone do you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You lost your chance. I'm playing Langrisser 1 and 2 remake, Path of the Wind. That's the Langrisser remake. The first one, Path of the Wind. And then I'll play Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology, Battle Theme 2, The Edge of Grain. No, I don't care about Zelda. Can you play Declaration Imperial Flora from Sakura Wars? Sure. You have Final Fantasy Tactics on PS3 and PS Vita? Okay. I'm assuming that's a port of the PSP version. I'm unsubscribing to this dung loser. But before you do that, remember, don't hate yourself. Dark Castle. Okay, from Power Stone, right? Well, hopefully there's gonna be enough time for it. Xanadu next, Evildoer, sure. Can you recommend an anime that you recently watched? I recommend... let me give you one that does end. Because some of the last ones that I watched, they got cancelled. You know, you watch the first season and you're like, oh, this is really good. And then, where's the second season? Oh, it doesn't exist. Because the anime got cancelled. Haha. You should watch Angels of Death, also known as Angels of Slaughter. Look it up as Angels of Death. Amazing anime, and it does end. And it's just one season. Strongly recommended. Reap Claymore. Claymore, a legendary example of an amazing anime, and the second season cancelled. Because I don't know. Should you play Shin Megami Tensei 3 or Shin Megami Tensei 5 first? It doesn't matter. Is there any new fighting games you would like to see turn into JRPGs? None. Everything's politicized nowadays, so what's the point? Some anime have over 1,000 episodes. Fucking One Piece, right? I know. What was the next song? The Edge of Green. Thank you again, Vitamax, for the super chat. What's happening? It's not updating. Oh, there you go. Darksiders 2, The Maker's Overworld. The Maker's Overworld. Darksiders. Alright, here you go. Darksiders 2. This is by Jesper Kid. Is that the one you wanted? Vitamax. You've been the only one who's made super chats today. I appreciate that. Did you enjoy manga? I've never been a fan of manga and comic books, you know. I was when I was little, you know, and I still have some of them, but now I prefer books or anime. Imagine a Soul Calibur RPG. Oh yeah. Poison Ivy, that Ivy girl, what's her name? Like, the girl with white hair and a thong leotard. She wouldn't be wearing that anymore if they made one nowadays, because that's offensive. Case Closed had more than 1,000 episodes. Case Closed? That's an anime? I've never heard about it. Is it a Conan anime? Do you watch Seinfeld? No. Oh, Detective Conan, yeah. What's your favorite Atlus game? Made by them or just published by them? Because there's a difference. Which is more annoying to you? Difficulty puzzle solving or difficult battles? Difficulty puzzle solving, because you always gotta look up a walkthrough, you know? Yeah, I prefer difficult battles. You just train or change strategies and that's it. But difficult puzzle solving is like, oh my god, you always end up looking up a guide or walkthrough. Oh, my favorite Atlus game developed by them. I am guessing Devil Survivor doesn't count because it was mostly developed by the Grow Lancer team. But they did Devil Survivor when they got absorbed by Atlus, and so it's Devil Survivor. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor will be my answer. Or Persona 3, original Persona 3. It's a hard... I'm gonna go with Persona 3. Why do you think an What are you trying to ask? Are you asking me if I think a Final Fantasy VIII remake is a bad idea? All remakes and remasters are a bad idea nowadays. They're all censored. Have you ever played any Legos? Do you know anyone polyglot 4 more languages? I don't know. I probably do. But I can't think of anyone right now. Oh, Case Closed is the dubbed version of Detective Conan. Oh. Vanillaware is a good company even though Atlus owns them. I don't think Atlus owns them. That means Sega owns Vanillaware. I don't think Vanillaware is owned by Atlus though. I'm not sure, I don't think so. Alright, so what was the next song? Before Betamax? The Edge of Green? I'm curious why you wanted me to play this song, Betamax. It's very atmospheric. It's kind of low. I mean, it's nice, you know. It's relaxing. Was it because of that? The Edge of Green. Classic. If you count your viewers, you could say I am. What? What are you talking about? I'm playing your song, by the way. Your request. Or, polyglot. Polyglot. Well, no, I don't know you guys. I know you're someone with a username that says that's gameplays. That's all I know about you. I don't even know if you're a human being. I don't know any of you. As far as I'm concerned, you guys aren't even real, and I've been talking to bots my whole life. We're all toasters. Goddamn right you are. Don't you hate when you receive spam, like this email from companies? Like, goodbye algorithms, I don't care about this. What's this? Hello, real support? Sure. Give me money, I don't care about this. You should do a meet and greet. Yeah, sure. I'll spend $5,000 on an airplane, a hotel, travel all around the world and do in-person meet and greets. Oh, never mind that, you know, I have a confession to make. I'm rich, I own an airplane, and I can go anywhere I want. It's free, technically free for me to go and do that. Sure. You want a meet and greet? Come to my country, specifically my city, to a location that I tell you, and then I'll meet you and greet you in person. Otherwise, sorry, there's no money for me to do that. Don't Doom. Wait, somebody asked another song before that. So we're playing Xanadu next. Xanadu next. Evil Doer. I still haven't played that game. I know it's from the Xanadu series, you know. I still haven't played it. I know it's awesome. You guys have recommended the game to me before. I know that. I'll get to it one day. Imagine video games made by AI and streamed by AI and commented on by chatbots. Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen soon. It's already kinda happening, you know. Oh, the singer of Iron Maiden does that? I'm richer than him, you know. So Xanadu next, right? Evil Doer. Right, here's Xanadu next. There you go. Are things still bad in your country? I heard there's some kind of uprising or something. That's every country in the world nowadays. The world we live in nowadays is the left versus the right, and there's tons of uprisings because of that. It's World War III is approaching slowly but surely. Xanadu is a Falcom exclusive franchise, it is. You're AI? You're a voice actor? What do I think about marriage? I've been wanting to get married for a long time, but as you can see, I'm an asshole, and women don't like me. So I'm fucked. What weapon will Eric equip in World War III? Scythe. Marriage. No, I want marriage. Not church marriage. I'm not a Catholic or a Christian, but at least, you know, an official marriage. And now there's gonna be Doom 2. Sean's got the shotgun. That's gonna be next. Doom 2. Sean's got the shotgun. I feel like it's gonna have copyright, but we'll see. Legal marriage, yeah. What other type of marriage is there? Illegal? Is there such as an illegal marriage? I'm sure there are. Sazai-san has 8,000 episodes. That's fucking crazy. That's ridiculous. How can there be an anime with 8,000 episodes? Just insane. You will need an entire lifetime to do that. Just come on. I don't know where you read that or heard that, but that's probably bullshit, man. I mean, is every episode a 30-second episode? Or something. Hey, great. Whatever really did live, huh? I'm unsubscribing to this dong loser, he said, and then he really left. He's gone. He unsubscribed. He must have been really offended when I said nobody cares. I said nobody gives a damn about you buying Final Fantasy Tactics. Snowflake world, I'm telling you. And Greaser games were recently on sale over at Steam. I bought them. They seem more demanding than Wargroove or Advance Wars. Demanding in terms of time, or as in they're more difficult or more complex. What do you mean by demanding? So Doom, right? It probably has copyright. No, it doesn't. Nope, you're lucky. No copyright. So that's from Doom 2. Xanadu, there's a movie called Xanadu, actually. It has nothing to do with Falcon. This is the last song of today's stream, people. No more requests, sorry. Are there any other good monster taming, capturing games besides Pokemon and Digimon? Oh, since I'm a die-hard fan of Pokemon and Digimon, you decided that was a good question for me? I appreciate that, man. Yeah. What's on your shirt? Shin Megami Tensei. It's a Shin Megami Tensei t-shirt. Shin Megami Tensei is the best monster taming capturing game ever. Do you have pets? No, I don't. There's also a song called Xanadu. Has nothing to do with Falcon. There's a lot of things called Xanadu with nothing to do with Falcon. When do I get my t-shirts or where? Where? Okay. This one was AliExpress. It's just Chinese. It's a ripoff. Paid like $10 for it. You're not a bot? You sure sound like a bot. Sometimes. And I don't think it's because of your bad grammar. It's because of your questions, man. Console prices are getting insane. Physical is dying anyway. Well, yeah, I'm all about emulation nowadays. You're AI, actually? Misashi? I always knew you were AI. I have an AI detector. Donsk here is probably the AI. Let's use the detector. I just click this button and yeah, Donski's an AI. I'm not a bot, I'm here. I'm a human being. I'm not a bot. What the fuck you mean I'm a bot, man? Don't lump me in with you guys. Don't lump me in. That's what a bot would say. I'm not. I deny it. Okay, I'm a bot, guys. I've lied to you. I'm an AI. I'm not the real Eric Landon. He just makes videos, and the AI is what appears in front of the camera. The real Eric Landon is too fucking ugly and shy, so he doesn't want to appear in front of a camera. So instead, it sends this AI douchebag, me. That's what you get. Good song though, it's pretty relaxing too, kind of evil-ish. From Doom 2, Sean's got the shotgun. Sean. Maybe a bot developed Chrono Cross? No, not maybe. I know for a fact a bot developed it. That's why I like it so much. That was my favorite game. Hey Yum Yum, did you buy Stellar Blade? Nope, not yet. Didn't go on sale for Black Friday or good weekend here in Mexico, you know. It's still fucking $60, so no. I'm never gonna buy that game unless it goes down to like 20. I don't know what Steam Machine is. What is that? What is the Steam Machine? Let me know. Is it something I can emulate on? Is it another portable system by Steam? I don't know what that is. It's Valve's new console. Okay. Sounds interesting. I need Time and Eternity too? Of course I do. Of course I fucking do. I need it. How do you take that, people? Says games nowadays are too damn hard. Really? They're too damn hard nowadays? Modern audiences complain about something that's difficult for them? Yeah, I agree. Why, Yum Yum? This is your last chance, people, to do a super chat or donate on Ko-fi. I said Ko-fi. It shouldn't even be stylized as Ko-fi. Because F-I, everybody says I. It's like Wi-Fi. Nobody says Wi-Fi, right? Everybody says Wi-Fi, right? So Ko-fi should be pronounced Ko-fi. You can emulate with Steam Machine. I'll buy it tomorrow when it comes out, day one. Is it true that evil tech bros are making Mexico really expensive? Evil tech bros? I don't know, man. I don't know a lot of things about my country. This is a country that's been based on lies and corruption for decades that I lost all hope and I lost all interest. I don't give a shit. It's a horrendous country anyway, with horrendous government. Will you stay on PC mainly from now on? Emulation, you mean? Probably. Coffee as John Coffee? No, as Ko-fi. As this. This. You can do tips and donations in there, no strings attached. Good website. Did you play Gigabash? Never heard about that. Which country doesn't? The USA. Best country in the world. My president is a psycho. Yep. But she's a bit more psychopathic than most presidents out there. A little bit more. Steam Machine is going to fail, just like last time. Oh, that's the second attempt. It isn't the first time they're launching that. Oh, somebody, El Ocioso 2001 sent 10 Eric Landon RPG gift memberships. El Ocioso? That's a Mexican term, I believe. Ocioso. Are you from Mexico, man? Fellow Mexican? Ocioso? Who got the membership? Ryan Bayer, you got a membership, man. Misashi. Praetor, Vitamax, Sema Duvant, Neogenesis, Brian. Most of the people who are chatters, active people, got a membership, because most of the time somebody gives memberships, it's like a bunch of nobodies we've never seen before, or lurkers. Sometimes lurkers are the best viewers. I mean, what if R. Claus has been a diehard fan for 10 years, you know? He never says anything, you know, but he's a dedicated fan, never misses a video, you know? You never know. Zach Wolf also got one. Yeah, you're a lucky son of a bitch, Ryan. Thanks, Yum Yum, for the super chat. He says, don't forget to subscribe and share this live stream with your friends. Please make more super chats. Yeah. I'm saving up enough to buy a new bottle of vodka. It's not vodka, I've lied to you guys. This is transparent, water-looking whiskey. This is what makes me behave like an asshole. Without this, I would be like, hey guys, what's up? We gotta be respectful to each other here, you know? Please don't offend anybody. Don't use bad words, don't swear, you know? Let's do a friendly environment for people, you know, and behave and obey, you know? So, I just want to say to you guys that I love you, and I'm very, very happy that I can be a part of this community, you know? You want that, Eric? No, you want the drunk asshole, you know, who gets drunk with imaginary whiskey. That's the motherfucker you guys pay for. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, now Ryan is sending 5 memberships to Lee Strife. Newcomb, Z-Ted, you get a membership, man. Kramer Jones and Biggest Dickus. Biggest Dickus? Is your dick really that fucking big, man? You gotta brag about it and call yourself Biggest Dickus? That's so pretentious, man. That's offensive, bro. Please, bro, don't be a bigot, bro. Roberto got a membership. And now Misashi paid it forward with 20 memberships. Who got a membership? Like Doomerang? Muganate Studios, I've seen that guy before. Austin, I don't know who that is. Julian Keegers, you got the lurkers, man. MF motherfucker beard got one. I'm assuming that's what MF stands for. Manti, look! Who are these people? We've never seen any of these people. Vicente got one. We've seen that guy. We've seen Haru777, right? We all know who that is, right? Joe Kier, Ford, Daddy Rags, the Cool Reaper, Nasty, some dude whose name I can't pronounce because he's from Vietnam, apparently, or I don't even know. There we go. 20 memberships to lurkers. What do you mean unlucky? There's nothing unlucky, you know. Sometimes the lurkers are the ones who stay the entirety of the live streaming. Never miss a video, never miss a live stream. Hey, without all sarcasm aside, I am a lurker. I never chat on anybody's live stream. I never make a comment on anybody's videos. I watch YouTube on my TV, you know. The YouTubers I watch don't even know I follow them, you know, so. Lurkers, unite! Not that there's anything bad with you people chatting, you know. I mean, I already know you guys have no life. So Sober Eric is basically your everyday YouTuber, exactly. You want that boring, you know, well-behaved guy? No. We give membership to the AI fans. Didn't I say that I'm an AI myself? I'm an AI, man. You're giving money to memberships to my fellow peers. So now that like 40 or 50 people got memberships, 35 actually. What do you get when you're a member? You get access to a bunch of videos and live streams that I've done in the past that are exclusive to you. You also get access to a visual novel that I did in 2011, you know, with Gaia Online characters and character sprites. The characters' personalities and design is my own. And the story is my own, you know. It's a visual novel that I did called the Sevira Project. Okay, you get access to the first 2 episodes. I'll make sure to upload. Well, they are already uploaded, you know. I'll make sure to give the 3rd episode to the members. If you guys are gonna watch the Sephira project, make sure to watch it on full screen on a computer or on your TV. Because when I made this, nobody was watching YouTube on their phones, okay? So the font of the dialogue of my characters is really small, so if you watch the visual novel on your phone, you won't be able to see shit. Or maybe you will, I don't know. But it was designed for full screen computers and TVs, right? So you get access to that, to the Sephira project, the visual novel, a bunch of live streams that I've done, some of them kind of kinky. Not kinky, you know, such with sexy girls, sexy games. You get access to some unedited videos and reviews. Like, for example, I uploaded a month ago my God Eater 3 review here on YouTube. But you can get the 40-minute long unedited review on YouTube if you become a member, if you're already a member. So you get access to a lot of stuff, man. Don't say that I don't do content for my members and my Patreon. You also get a lot of content on Patreon. On Ko-fi, you get nothing, though. It's just to tip me so I can save up enough money for my next bottle of imaginary whiskey. But yeah, in YouTube, memberships is a business, man. I'm giving you something in exchange. It's not, hey, here's a membership just to support. No, you get stuff, man. Patreon, same. You join my Patreon page, you get stuff. You get a really nasty, angry, politically incorrect podcast. You get some exclusive live streams and some the occasional post or update. Because I only update here when the Q&A whenever I feel like it. Or some important updates like, hey guys, this video, you know, is gonna be like this, or this, you know, I'm doing this because of this, you know. Like, I haven't talked about how I got shadow banned on TikTok. Oh yeah! Did I forget to mention that? I am shadow banned on TikTok now. I pissed them off. Too many clips of me swearing and yelling at the games I'm playing with F-bombs and shit. I pissed TikTok off. And they shadow banned my channel. Believe it or not. Modern JRPGs are not hard. It's lazy people. Aren't the modern audiences lazy? Did you just describe modern audiences? You're a lurker today, been playing Dragon Quest 3 on NES while listening. Dragon Quest 3 on NES? Interesting. Yeah, lurkers. You guys should lurk more often. But if everybody was a lurker, then I will be monologuing. That's all I'll be doing. I will be doing monologuing. Yeah, I do that sometimes in my regular live streams when I play games live on Twitch, you know. It's like the chat is like asking me a million questions and trying to get my attention, and I'm like, this fucking game, look at this fucking guy with a piece of shit of a face, you know, oh, I failed and I fuck, you know, who designed this fucking game? That's all I do in my live streams. And people are like, fuck this guy, you know, he doesn't even pay attention to the chat. I'm unsubscribing to, what was the term Gray Stone used? Dang loser? Because I don't care about him buying Final Fantasy Tactics. Steam Machine won't have the most powerful hardware, but EmuDeck is the best emulation setup, period. RetroArch is the best emulation machine, period. Not even a machine, you know, but you get the idea. I'd love to watch the second part of the Rage Moments. It was a funny video. It failed miserably here on YouTube. I'm so shocked. YouTube shadow banned a video I did of 13 minutes of me just swearing and ranting and raging on video games. Yeah. Well, you're a member. Maybe I'll do the a second part for members only or patrons only. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of them. I have a bunch of clips that I haven't uploaded anywhere, you know. With the way I live stream nowadays, and with the way I've been live streaming for the past few years, I can do infinite clip. I'm gonna do a channel, man. Could do an entire channel just dedicated of clips, for raging clips, you know. Easily, no problem. I'll do it here on YouTube, and they're gonna love it. It's gonna go viral. Because that's the kind of content they want to promote. Now, the Rage compilation video that I did was a failure, for obvious reasons. It offended YouTube. At least it wasn't demonetized. I remember about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I did a compilation of the rage quit videos and some raging moments from back then. It got like 10,000 views and it was demonetized. So with this one, I'm feeling YouTube was like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother demonetizing these guys' videos anymore. It's just easier to put a shadow ban on them. So we prevent a video like that with tons of swearing to reaching kids. Because, you know, only kids watch YouTube. We gotta look out for the kids. Kids who rant and rage and swear in schools, but they can't watch a video from yours truly because it's offensive. Hello from Kazakhstan. Hello from Mexico. What I do the most is watching the stream day after. The Twitch streams? That's cool. I watch Mike, you know. He streams. Instagram still likes you. Apparently Instagram still likes me. Yeah. I get like 200 views or 300 views per video. That's because I haven't uploaded any of the clips, the rage clips. That's probably why Instagram still likes me. Have you been to the field? Yeah, I've been before. I haven't been in like 7 years, but I was there and I sold my books there once. And not a great experience, you know. I sold like 20 books. Oh, there's way too much competition, as you may have imagined. In Phil. La Phil. The International Book Fair in Guadalajara. Do you still have your 8 gigabyte HP laptop? Dude, I just bought it a year ago. Where do you think I'm gonna get enough money to buy a second one so soon? I still have this one. A Draken stream is really funny. Oh, hey! I haven't done another one of those worst JRPG live streams. When was the last one? August? Hoshigami? Which turned out to be not that bad. Oh, I have a really bad one coming up. Oh, it's a really, really bad one. Prepare yourselves. Worst JRPG ever. When would it be a good idea to do? Maybe next week? Maybe next week. We'll see. Hoshigami. Hoshigami wasn't as bad as I remember. You know, it's still kind of lame, but it's not that bad. Oh, some members can fully understand why you hate wokeness. Everybody knows why I hate wokeness. I've been bitching about that for like 4 years, man. You just don't pay enough attention. MUDEC uses RetroArch for most systems but sets up common controller hotkeys for save states. Oh, interesting. The music made me want to key MS. Oh, the Hoshigami music. I was like, there's no music right now. No music has been playing for the past 10 minutes. Hoshigami is nice once you understand the combo system. It is. Eric will go full AI if we all lurked. Exactly. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's live stream. Don't forget, bro, don't be a bigot, bro. You know, behave. You know, we gotta welcome everybody, bro. This is a nice community, bro. Just take care, bro. You know, be respectful to others, you know. We listen to Dragon Age Origin music. Respectfully, bro. Respect each other, bro. Accept each other, bro. Human rights, bro. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the super chats. See you guys in 15 days or in the next live stream on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. See you when I see you. Have a great weekend and remember, never mind.